If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering how to correctly lace your hiking boots. My name is Gil from the band Family Adventures, and I've been hiking with these boots for over 1,000 kilometers when I've done my Israel National Trail adventure, a through hike all the way from the north to the south of Israel. It took us 54 days and it's over 1,000 kilometers. And on that hike, I've learned a thing or two on how to correctly lace your hiking boots. So before you even start thinking about lacing your hiking boots, you need to make sure your hiking boots fit well. Some of the issues you can face if you don't lace your hiking boots correctly could be blisters, which is the most obvious, and most of us hikers have them. You can have blackened toenails, you can have sore heels, and general discomfort throughout the hike. So it's very important that you wear your comfortable hiking boots but also lace them up correctly. I'm going to show you a couple of techniques of how to lace your hiking boots correctly. My preferred way, but also an alternative way that may feel more comfortable for your feet. If you just brought brand new hiking boots, or you just clean your hiking boots and you took your laces completely off, or perhaps bought a new lace, you need to make sure that you do the basic techniques properly and your lace is set up correctly from the start. So to start with, you hoop it through the bottom hoops. My boots got 2 eyelets and 1 leather hoop at the bottom, and you need to make sure that the lace is equal on both sides. The next step would be to feed these through like any other shoe. When you feed these through, make sure the lace isn't twisted. Sometimes when you feed it through, it's going to kind of have an inner twist, and that will prevent you from tightening the boots properly. So make sure that you twist the lace properly and so it's flat. I tend to do one side up and one side down. So this time the right side goes under, the left side goes over, and then the next hoop, the right side goes under, stop it from twisting, and then the left side goes over. Great. So now once you've finished with the initial lacing, you need to make sure they're tight enough. So put your leg into the hiking boots. Make sure your heel is all the way to the bottom. You want to keep a 90-degree angle with your boots, so your leg needs to be straight, snug and fit, and all the way to the back of the boot, so your heel from now doesn't move anymore. What you want to do first is to tighten the front laces of the boot. I don't tend to do it too tight because my legs are quite wide, but you need to make sure this area is snug so it does hold your leg in place and stop your feet going up and down. That will prevent blisters or any other issues in the side or the back of the leg. Once you tighten the top of the boot and you're feeling comfortable and snug, you can cross your laces and go straight into the lace loop on the ankle cuff. However, if you feel like you can't keep this tension properly, you can just do a simple overhand knot like that to keep this pressure whilst you go into the ankle cuff. Now you can go into the lace loop and go into the first one, cross, go into the second one. Some boots have a third. Once you get to the top, this is super important. You need to make sure that the entire section here around your ankle is snug and very tight. You don't want to stop any blood or restricting your boot too much, so you need to make sure it's comfortable. However, this is the section that will make sure your leg doesn't slip through and your toes don't touch the top. So once you go through all the eyelets and get to the top, you could do another overhang knot to stop it from slipping, so to make sure that it's tight. You could do a overhang knot or even a double overhang knot that goes twice around the lace to make sure this section doesn't loosen up when you go and tie in your shoelace. And once you're ready, you can go into a regular shoelace knot, and I always tend to do another double just in case, and that's it. The bottom of the boot is super snug and comfortable. The section around my ankle is snug and comfortable. I don't feel any pain or any sections that are tighter than the others, and I'm ready to go on a hike. The second lacing system I recommend you trying is one where you loosen up the top of the shoe of the boot and keep the ankle section tight. This is recommended for feet that are a bit wider, or perhaps the fit of the boot isn't 100% comfortable, so you want to try that to kind of adjust it and customize the fit to your leg. If you have very wide feet or the boots don't fit you 100% and you sometimes feel tension on the top of the boots, you can try to skip one of the eyelets here and go into the next one, and that really gives you a bit more space in the boots. I can already feel it when I tighten the boot up, that my leg in the front is way looser than that it was before. It's not always recommended, but if you know your feet might swell or you need a bit more space in the arch of the foot, this is something you can try. One of the techniques I've seen was a different way of holding the top ankle calf that gives you a bit more control of how tight this section would be. So instead of going through the eyelet and crossing to the other side, you just go through both eyelets on the top and do it on both sides. Then you go in and cross in, and you take one of the eyelets from one side, hook it under the opposite side, under the section, and do the same for the other side as well. It can be a bit fiddly at times. So you have like an additional crossing. With my boot, I'm gonna hook it under this middle eyelet, but you may not have it. And then you tighten this whole section up a little bit, and then you bring the laces up together. And you can see this will create a bit of a lever and pull the laces from the side in between the eyelets towards the middle. This really gives this entire section a really tight snug. And then you go into an overhang knot and tie your shoelace. It is a little bit fiddly to put on, and I'm not sure it gives you any more snugness than the regular tightening of the eyelets as I've showed you before. But give it a go and try it at home and see if you like it. Thank you for watching my video about how to correctly lace in your hiking boots. I hope my suggestions were helpful, and next time you go on a hike, your feet and heels and legs will feel really comfortable on a hike. If they're not, or if you got any other suggestions or alternative lacing systems, it would be great if you can comment below. I'd love it if you click subscribe now, and you'll be able to watch any other videos and tutorials, suggestions and product reviews that we publish on our channel. And thank you for watching.